مش Hepsi burada premium günlerin.
First, open your game. Then find game. You should be on Asia server. Then open right side tab. Click on classic. And expert lobby. Then refresh. Then try to find zero kill cooldown lobbies. Once you find, try to join. If you are unable to join, refresh again and try again. Once you find these lobbies, check the rules out there. And enjoy.
After this, Skeleton launches us at 500 kilometers per hour. We'll reach this part, where you have two options. The easy one is to go this way without grabbing the coin. If you want to feel like the verifier of Amethyst, then you'll have to go up here and jump on the platforms as late as possible. That's important because this section is super precise, unlike the boss, which is literally auto. After this, Skeleton launches us at 500 kilometers per hour. We'll reach this part, where you have two options. The easy one is to go this
Run.
So my friend Ayers and his friend Yorid recently made a level called Skeletal Shenanigans, but the boss fight in it has one big flaw. It's 100% auto.
What did you say?
So my friend Ayers...
The ultimate tutorial to beat Skeletal Shenanigans. First step, head over here and activate low detail mode. Also click this one just in case. At the start of the level, timing is super important, so my advice is to try clicking as late as possible. In the next part...
Run.
Today, we make an explosive meal for my fellow friends. First, slightly chard a potato and remove the outer charred part before scooping out 21 potato balls. On a new piece of sweet potato, cut out the required shape and peel off the skin of the sweet potato before slightly charring it again. Grind some ramen into powder and add water to it before kneading it into a dough. Take the remaining ramen pieces and coat it with the dough before assembling them together and coloring it to create this. Assemble some more ramen noodles together to create a tree. Cook some instant noodles and extract the seasoning ingredients before placing it on the tree and coloring it. Dry the remaining noodle with a hair straightener and assemble it together to create a fan shape. Place sweet potato mush on the plate and slightly char it before coating the other side with potato and garnishing it with greens. And I finish by placing the trees and volcano on top before placing the humanoid figure on the plate. Now please enjoy. Today,
I've been keeping a secret. If you put a potato in the freezer overnight, then defrost it, squeeze all of the water out of it, peel the skin, split it in half, season it, and bake it. It turns into a texture that I've never tasted before in a potato. It's crispy on the outside and dense and chewy on the inside. What if all you had left was a potato? Add a quarter stick of butter into the boiled potato, then run it through a mesh strainer so it turns out silky smooth. Then pipe it onto parchment paper like frosting and bake for 30 minutes. When they come out, they're these crispy little potato puffs that taste like a better version of tater tots.
Hi, what? Oh my god, I didn't write that LO.
I got so sick of this dish. Because food creators, if you put a pear in the freezer, let it. My grandma's scallion bun, what can you buy for $1 in China? Things that are rare in China. If you slice your potatoes really thin, coat one side with cornstarch and brush the other with egg wash. Stack them together, cut into squares, then deep fry for 3 minutes, toss with salt and pepper, and you'll get the crispiest potato puffs. If you slice your potatoes really thin, coat one side with cornstarch and brush the other with egg. For $1, I got a. Let's try the world's largest. What do street clean?
Lady.
What does a hot for 20 yuan? What does a one? How to take your boiled eggs to the net?
Bugün etkinliği oyuna
For $2, what does a $1? What do construction content creators? What does breakfast in China? This halal barbecue spot has a. What if all you had left was a potato? Take a pair of chopsticks and cut the potato horizontally. Flip it over and cut diagonally. It should pull apart like an accordion. Then skewer it, rinse it in cold water, and spray with oil before air frying for 12 minutes. Sprinkle on your favorite spices for a better version of French fries. What does a Muslim breakfast? How are lunches for, what can you buy? What's the longest? For 8 yuan. What does a $2? I got to try my mother-in-law is a terrible. 99% of, what do deliver? If you freeze your potato again, defrost it, then air fry the wiggly potato, then sprinkle on a bunch of cheese and top with pepperoni. Put it back in the air fryer for 5 minutes, and the cheese pull was surprisingly satisfying. This is the potato upgrade nobody asked for. If you freeze your potato again, defrost. What does a $2 buffet? What do community things that are common? What do $2? What does this? How much money did I? If you put tomatoes in the freezer, what does a $3 buffet in? If you put tofu in the freezer, this restaurant only open. I have to do less. What does a halal? Day 4 of making. If you take a bowl of ground pork, every time I leave her for 15 yuan, what does a $10? What do truck drive? What kind of how much does it cost? I messed up. For 8 yuan, I got a grilled for 4.5. My cousins and I fought over this growing up because I used to be disgusted by. For 38 yuan, I got a clay hot. The most unhinged Raising Cane's hack. I've been seeing people fully dipping the chicken tender in this hot pot restaurant has a genius. I messed up again. About a month. I got China. About 1,000 of you have asked for this orange chicken recipe, so here it goes. Cube a pound of chicken breast, then add in salt, peppers, 1 egg, 3 spoonfuls of cornstarch, and just enough water so the texture of the batter is that of a thick maple. I don't waste my scrap potato. Every time I make a video that has potato scrap, everyone asks me what I do with it. I just turn it into mashed potato and eat it, but I don't film it because it doesn't make an interesting video. However, today I finally found a recipe that makes it interesting. I took the mashed potato, mixed it together with some bacon, and wrapped it with dough. Then dust it with chocolate powder. It turns into this delicious bread that looks just like a potato. What does grocery shop? What if all you had left was a potato? Cut it into a rectangular shape, then carefully slice the potato until it's still attached at the bottom. Sprinkle on baking powder and rub it into the potato. Let it sit for 30 minutes until it becomes soft. Make sure you thoroughly wash off the baking powder, then fully coat the potato with cornstarch. After frying, it turns into this blooming potato that tastes exactly like fries, but it looks way cooler. What if I'm making my wife and I school lunch to see who. For $2, I got. What happens if you make French fries but not with potatoes? I bought 3 different types of starchy root vegetable. What does the most famous? I messed up so badly. What does a lunch at 99? What does lunch? What's the street? If you freeze 2 eggs, I accidentally learned how to cook when I was 7 years old. Because one night I got Wagyu is a cheat code. Sometimes you just have to eat a whole pound of. I found this barbecue stall. I found this barbecue stall in the middle of the market. Customers sit around the grill while the vendor cooks. They're famous for their exploding tofu. After grilling, what do college students in Taiwan eat for lunch? I'm at a cafeteria at National Taiwan University. Only 0.1% of the people have ever had this snack before. Because it's only found in Changle, a small town in southern. For 200, my family is What does $1 street? My wife is gonna be so mad when she finds out that I bought 10 pounds of. How are 50-cent grill rice cakes made? For 16 years, day 1 of learning to become a professional cook. I came back to the restaurant I worked in high school because my uncle who owns the restaurant saw my video about not being able to replicate orange chicken perfectly and said he'll teach me the missing 20%. I tried to make Joe Toast chicken today, but because I didn't put the chicken into the hot oil fast enough, they ended up burning before I even finished. So I used the already prepped chicken from real chefs to finish cooking. I learned that even with the perfect recipe, experience and technique plays a big part in how the food tastes. What does breakfast and let's make an easy 15. What does breakfast look? What does lunch look? If you boil sweet potatoes until fork tender, mash it until smooth, add for 50 cents, I got. What does the most? What can you buy for $10?
Bu var ya bu. Blok dersten çıkıyor. Atıştırmalık.
Yok ben doymalık takılıyorum.
Bir şey de yemiyor. Abi bu adam ne yiyor ya?
Onun sırrı Nugger. İki bisküvi arasında buluşan efsane çikolata ve karamel lezzetleriyle Nugger. Atıştırmalık değil, doymalık.
Okay, this fucking pisses me off, right? So this absolute madman, $50, right? Huge amount of money, right? Huge amount of money. So I'm like, holy shit, big amount of money. I want to reply to this guy. And do you know what YouTube does to me? Look at this. Replies made with AI. Someone sends me 50 smackaroonies and YouTube is like, want to use AI to reply to them? What the fuck? That's so soulless. No, that really fucking pisses me off. That is so fucking soulless. That is a huge amount of money. Especially today, right? Fucking hell. And YouTube is like, want to use our dead soulless machine to reply to them? No.
Power off.
Shut the fuck up, Bluetooth. No. Never. I will never. That is so disgusting. Why the fuck would I do that? Just think, right? Just think. If you've ever received a reply from a YouTuber, it could have just been an AI response. I mean, yes, the YouTuber has to click, but it's just so... It's just horrible, right? It's horrible. And I've seen these pop up before, right? And the thing is, it learns how you type. So if you type like with uwus and owos, it does that in the AI. It learns from you. That's just, that's upset me so fucking much, man. Like someone gets a huge amount of money in this day and age, and YouTube is like, reply with a robot. You must continue engagement, consume, monetary gain. That's just so fucking sad, man. Like, just to know that you could have just been talking to a bot and not the actual YouTuber. Like, they seriously couldn't be bothered to type. You give them money, they can't even bother to type. Are you serious? That's disgusting. That is fucking disgusting. Do you know what, right? Fuck it. I'm going to upload this as its own video. It's going to be like 2 minutes long. I don't give a shit. This pissed me off. So I'm going to upload it by itself. This is disgusting. Luna, do you put your milk before the cereal or after?